Hello, human peoples. You're listening to the podcast network of Gamefully Unemployed. To support us and gain access to great exclusive podcasts like Fox Mulder is a Maniac, Tom and Jeff Watch Batman, Star Trek The Next Futurama, and our latest show, Spiel Boys, head over to patreon.com/gamefullyunemployed. We do game streaming, movie nights with our patrons every Friday night, and you can even commission your own podcast about anything you want. Literally anything, within reason, and we have to do it. You are quite frankly out of excuses not to go visit patreon.com/gamefullyunemployed. That's patreon.com/GAMEFULLY unemployed, which is spelled like it sounds.
Hypecast mit Tom Reimann und David Bell.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
We're on an episode of Hypecast.
Hypecast.
It's the show where we get hyped about stuff and things. I'm your co-host, Tom Ryman.
I am your other co-host, David Bell.
And I am the guest, Cristian Ramirez.
Cristian.
You sure are.
Hey.
Hey,
Welcome.
buddy.
How are you?
I'm doing good, just living life. You know, what is this? Year 3 of the pandemic. It's,
living,
it's a
laughing,
thing.
loving. Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Not getting sick
Yeah.
somehow. Yeah.
Rub it in. You piece of shit.
Oh yeah, Tom. How you feeling? How you been feeling?
I'm fine.
Oh,
Good.
good.
A little tired. But
Yeah.
other than that, I'm pretty okay. Marina, not so much.
Yeah.
She's still recovering.
Yeah, it's been it's been a much harder recovery for her.
Yeah.
That sucks.
But we're not here to
That
talk about
sucks.
that.
No, we're not.
We're not.
That is
We
the
didn't
least
come
hype
together
thing.
for you
Yeah.
guys to ask me how I'm doing.
Yeah, that's fair.
Nobody wants to hear about that.
I kind of do, Tom.
That's
Thomas.
Ah.
We like hearing how people are doing
Yeah.
on this show.
I'll tell you what. I appreciate it. I really do.
Okay.
It makes for shitty radio.
It does. Luckily, this is a podcast.
That's
Tom.
true.
It's not radio.
That's true. It's not exactly radio.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, Joe Rogan
Yeah.
can talk for fucking 4 hours. We can shoot the shit a little bit at the top.
Yeah.
I can't
Are
imagine.
his episodes 4 hours?
Yeah, some of them.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
I can't
that
imagine
fucking guy.
going into a show doing zero preparation beforehand and just like looking shit up during the episode as just part of the show.
Yeah.
That sounds exhausting.
It's
Yeah.
bold. It's bold.
Do
It's the
do they
boldness
edit
of
that?
only a bald white man could do.
Do they edit it? Do they
I don't
or
know.
do you have to listen to him read articles?
No, you have to listen to him tippy tap.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah. You just listen to
All
him
right.
silently reading for little bits of the show.
Why? Okay, no, we don't have
We
to.
we really
It's
don't.
just
do
I
that.
don't.
No, we don't need.
I wouldn't listen to a pod. I wouldn't think of. I wouldn't want to be informed by a podcast where they're literally looking the shit up as they go.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
Like,
haven't
imagine,
done the
like,
homework, clearly.
Yeah. Imagine Radio Lab if they're researching dreams or whatever they're talking about as
Oh,
they're
so
talking
that's what
about
the
it. That just-
amendment says. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. The Second Amendment, huh? Crazy.
Yeah. It's weird. It's weird, you guys.
Doing like cracked movie club. I had genuine terror in my heart if I had less than 5 pages of notes going in.
Oh, yeah.
Right. Right.
I was like, the guest is gonna think I'm a fool.
Yeah. I don't want to look. I don't. Yeah. I don't look stuff up on the fly.
To be clear, Christian, I'm not worried that you're judging me in that way. I was just saying, for instance.
Yeah.
Mm.
I mean, here we're not here to research very much. We're here to get fucking hyped. And
That's true.
That's
true.
hype.
we are
do a
meeting
little
the
bit of
brief.
research.
Yeah.
We do enough research beforehand to facilitate the hype.
Exactly. Hype is
Yeah.
the primary objective of this podcast.
Yeah. So I do want to backtrack and say I often Google the movies as we're talking about them on this show.
Yeah, you do
now
that.
I
That's
think of
a
it.
thing that you do.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess we do that.
It's a little bit
thing.
different. We're not telling people about a virus.
Yeah, that's true.
That's true. We're doing it. Yeah. If we get misinformation about movies,
we're not watching the trailer as we're recording.
Yeah.
We're not
But
having
we could.
Ben Shapiro sending us to the Daily Wire article that he's citing.
Oof.
Let's get started before we get any further in the weeds.
Yeah.
Any further in the very, very short weeds.
All right. Well, we have some producers to thank then.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
All right. I will begin to thank producers right now.
Do it.
Starting with the conveniently placed self-destruct button on the top of every baby's head. It's
right there.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you to Lef. Thank you,
Hell
Lef.
yeah.
Thank you to Samuel Beckett's Donut and Mortgage Emporium. Thank you to Ryan, the silly money goose. Thank you to
Honk, honk.
Snapper Car, Punches God, In the Dick. Thank you.
Sure does.
Hell
Thank
yeah.
you to @Nerd Numbers. Thank you to Mike the Lurker. Thank you to DJ Finney.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you to Dracula, the bus driving vampire.
Always.
Toot,
Thank
toot.
you to
Yeah.
Thank
dude,
you to
dude.
Brockway loves the meat millie. He sure does. Thank you to Grumblebee.
Ah, yeah.
Thank you.
Let me get on in here. They get a Screaming Horse Pyramid.
Thank
They get
you.
a Look Mom on a podcast.
Thank
They
you.
get a seismic charge noise.
Wow.
They get a Deborah's awesome, Barbara's great, and cancer can go to hell.
Thank you.
Yeah.
They get a Numino ultra microscopic silico volcanoconiosis Jones.
Thank you.
Yeah.
They get a baby from Eraserhead.
Thank you.
They get a Chiz Lily Tits.
Thank
They get a
you.
These 7 Bs.
Thanks.
They get a Breezy Ruizy.
Thank
They
you.
get a Davy Francis for the Revenge.
Thank you.
And thank you to MVB.
Thank you.
Most
Thank you.
valuable buffalo. It's a movie
That's a good
about
one.
it's a movie about a buffalo playing soccer.
Ooh.
Ooh.
That's pretty good.
It'd be a good goalie.
Yeah. You just
Yeah.
have to stand there.
Yeah. Just have to stand there. You put some. Do they eat hay? You put like hay or whatever around the goal.
He'd probably feed him hay. I don't know. I think
Yeah,
the
probably.
crackers. They eat crackers.
Oh, they
I
definitely.
mean, they
eat
probably eat
crackers.
just about anything.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of animals are opportunistic carnivores. You ever seen like a deer eat a bird? That shit's crazy.
Oh yeah.
Oh hell
You
yeah!
could probably put like an old car, and the buffalo would just eat the old car
Yeah, just
slowly.
munch.
Just
on
put birds and old car parts on a cracker. That buffalo will go to town.
Hell
Yeah.
yeah.
Speaking of large animals in the wild, the first trailer we have today is the brand new trailer, just dropped earlier as we're recording this Thursday. In the past, Jurassic World Dominion.
This is one where maybe it's the pandemic, but like in my head, this already came out, you know?
Oh,
Oh
yeah.
yeah,
And now it's June. Okay, like
yeah. It's soon. It's pretty
Yeah.
soon.
Yeah.
yeah, it's got the people from the original
Yep. All sorts of them, except for the dead one.
who, yep. How long do you think they'll be in the movie for?
I think honestly a good amount.
Yeah, Sam Neill and Laura Dern definitely look like they're in at least a few scenes.
They were filming for a while. What I think, judging by the trailer, what I think is probably going to happen is Chris Pratt and Bryce Dallas Howard are going to be off with one. Like they're gonna Emmerich it. They're going to be off with like one half of the cast, and then the legacy characters, if you will, will be off on their own thing, doing their own deal, and then they'll meet toward the end, which we kind of see in the trailer.
Yeah, because nobody likes the new cast, do they?
Yeah, exactly.
No, I mean it's nothing against Chris Pratt or Bryce Dallas Howard. It's just like I don't care about these characters.
Yeah.
It's a problem across the board where like they're making all these sequels and they just it's big now, right? We bring back the old cast.
Oh, for sure.
Like that's a trend.
Yeah,
And it really speaks to the fact that they couldn't write any new interesting characters.
Yeah.
And they just have to kind of piggyback off of the old ones. That said, like, they do look good. Fucking
Yeah, I was.
Sam Neill he's doing Alan Grant. He's doing it.
He's killing it. I think. There's a couple of things I wanted to point out. First of all, just being completely honest, this doesn't look that bad to me, simply because it's the most interesting offer any Jurassic Park sequel has made. In my opinion, it's like a world that just where dinosaurs just exist now. They're just out in the wild.
Yeah, it's a shame they're gonna fuck it up, though.
Sure.
Like I feel like, so you're right. Is that's an interesting idea, but watching this trailer, all the same problems are there from the first one. Like, you can see from the cinematography alone that they're banking off of, it's the music, it's the logo, and the cinematography specifically is the same issue where they keep showing these things from a non-human perspective. Like the big water one, like, grabs the boat, and they're trying to show off these cool shots. They're doing a scene where they're getting attacked in a plane, and they're doing these like sweeping shots outside of the plane, and they're clear that, and this has probably been true since, I don't know, Jurassic Park 3. No, because Jurassic Park 3 does have moments like this. They've completely dropped the tension aspect.
Yeah, they're not interested. We talked about this when we reviewed Fallen Kingdom. They throw the dinosaurs away. Like, they don't shoot them in the way that makes us feel like they're important or like majestic creatures that we should be in awe of them.
Yeah, there's no sense of wonder anymore.
Exactly.
Yeah, and they're even in 3, now that I think about it, stuff like the pterodactyls, like when they're in the foggy ass
when
it comes out of the fog, like, that movie's got a lot of problems, but they still shoot for tension.
Yeah. It was Joe Johnston who was a AD or second unit for Spielberg for a long time, and he's just doing Spielberg in that movie.
Yeah.
So it's not shot badly.
No, not at all. And like this, I think they think they're doing Spielberg, but they don't actually know what that means. So it's just, here are the characters, here's the music, here are the dinosaurs.
Kids. Yeah.
But we're gonna make like a Jason Bourne chase sequence where they're like what the fuck was that? It's like they're in like Rome and they're running on rooftops.
And
it's
real.
Like, the fuck is happening here?
It's getting a real Fast and Furious vibe.
Yeah.
With dinosaurs thrown in it, which I've heard rumblings that those two franchises are going to collide anyway.
Right,
which I mean, looking at this trailer, it's like, well, yeah, of course. But it's not. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
That should really speak to what happened here, right?
Yeah.
Is because if you look at the Fast and the Furious and you look at the original Jurassic Park, those would never intersect. And now, now that's like looking at these new ones, it's like, I guess they could.
They're indistinguishable.
Yeah.
Yeah, the original trilogy of Jurassic Park is only ever scary because you don't have an entire like military force there. And in number 2, they actually go into that and like, oh no, these aren't scary anymore when we have guns and fucking vehicles and stuff like that to protect us. Mm-hmm. They're just animals. Like, and this one's trying to make it seem like they're taking over Rome. Like, I don't know what the fuck is going on. Like,
right. I don't know how we don't have a handle on this.
Exactly. Like one helicopter is going to kill those 2 fucking T-Rexes in Rome or wherever it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. How did we drop the ball?
I don't know. It's like every zombie movie. It's like, how do we not handle this?
The apocalypse already happened, and now there's dinosaurs too.
Yeah.
I will say, I'm loving B.D. Wong's journey through the Jurassic World.
Man, he's like a supervillain.
Yeah, we briefly see him in this trailer. He's got this super long hair. He's got Unabomber hair. He looks like he's been just doing his mad scientist shit from like a bunker. I love that they're pushing him in a supervillain direction. It's like the one. So like this movie represents to me like the most interesting offer any sequel has made, and B.D. Wong represents the most interesting character they've done with the Jurassic World franchise, and they do so little with him. He's barely in either of the two movies, but they keep gently nudging him in this mad scientist direction, and I fucking love that for
but
this
I don't
character.
Know if I hope they pay it off, because you're right, there's not enough of him.
Yeah.
Right.
And so it's like I don't know, they don't seem to have a sense of like,
oh no,
the threat.
No.
Like in the first one, it was that other rich guy who dies in the helicopter, and in the sequel,
well, he
it's
wasn't
like
even,
this other rich guy.
He wasn't even bad in the first movie. It was Vincent D'Onofrio that was bad.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
And he's like wants to weaponize them.
Yeah,
and it's like, why?
It's the aliens problem. It's like, we need the aliens for our bioweapons. What the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah.
You're gonna put combat webbing on this dinosaur? Oh wait, please do that actually, because that would be awesome. But like, what do you? You gonna put him in a submarine? I don't know.
I want artillery on a fucking Triceratops. I want them to be shooting fucking.
Oh yeah, no. Give me Dino Riders.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly. Yes.
Right.
That's what we want.
It's still
Put a helmet with laser guns on that T-Rex. Absolutely.
Yeah, for sure.
But unless we're
It's
talking
still
about
so dumb.
that, your plan is stupid.
Right. Honestly, that's cool, but it's still like, what if a tank had flesh and could die easily? And it's like, yeah, let's just use tanks. Like, if we're going to use a T-Rex, just use a tank. A tank can kill a T-Rex. So I'm not sure why we need them. Yeah.
That would be that would be kind of funny, where it's just like they unveil our new dinosaur weapons program, and it's a Triceratops with all these guns on its back, but it's just so heavy it can't move, so it's just laying there and just kind of. It's the same Triceratops from the first movie. It can't get up.
You just have to put it down.
Has all these awesome guns and like a bandana and an eye patch, but it can't move.
Oh shit!
I think. So here's the question for me, is that like, okay, we've lost all hope for this series,
of
right?
course, yeah.
I would argue that if anybody else made another dinosaur movie that was just slightly better, everybody would be watching that.
Sure.
And so the question now is, okay, we've lost the Jurassic Park franchise. It's just not good.
It shouldn't. I think we've talked about this before. Just real quick, it shouldn't have been a franchise, right? You should not have made us. It does not lend itself to a sequel. Jurassic Park.
All right, I was thinking about this earlier. If someone pointed a gun at my head and said, "You have to extend the Jurassic Park franchise," what do? I would say we've talked about this before. You don't make movies. You just make a mini series based off the original books.
Sure,
that's what you do.
Yep.
You do what Amazon's doing with Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
You do not quite that, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Where you don't try to continue it because the story was told, so we're at this situation. You might as well go completely off the wall with it.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're going to do that either. That's the problem. Is so far of these sequels, there's only two. The most interesting one was the second one, not because it was good, but because what the fuck?
That movie, loses its mind in the second half.
Yeah, and
so
I
respect that.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I respect that in the sense of like, look, I'm not excited about these, but you gave me like a haunted mansion dinosaur thing.
You tried something and it was really fucking weird.
Yeah. It was really weird. Didn't make any sense. But I would argue there wasn't enough of that in that one.
Yeah.
And there was still a lot of like, oh, but this whole time John Hammond's had a partner. And it's like, did he though?
Don't worry. He's going to get murdered with a pillow by Rafe Spall in his bed.
Right. It's like, what the fuck was the point of that? So it's fascinating in a bad way. They're still like trying to, it feels like they're still trying, but they just don't know how to make it good.
Right.
They just don't know what actually makes a good Jurassic Park.
I mean,
so I just don't think it'll be weird enough either.
No, it won't be.
That's true. Like, yeah, dinosaurs are kind of a one-trick pony. Like, once you get past them being majestic and like awe-inspiring, what do you have? They're just big lizards. Like, you have a monster movie, I guess. Like, that's
basically,
it. They're monster movies.
They're just like action movie monsters, which is, I don't know.
So I don't know. Yeah, this is. it's very hard for me to care at this point.
Yeah, why would you?
Even with the new cast, to me, it feels like it's a very desperate move, and like it's pandering, and it's what a lot of franchises seem to be doing, and it's a very bad sign when the best thing you can do is bring back the original cast in the hopes that it'll kind of like re-spark something. I don't know, man. It's just,
yeah,
you know,
it's pretty bleak. It's pretty bleak, but
it's bleak. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I've mentioned this before. It's the last thing I'll say. But I've brought it up before how Colin Trevorrow talked in interviews leading up to this one specifically, and about the previous one. Actually, I think this was about the previous one. Anyway, he talked about how they got a lot of criticism for that scene in the original Jurassic World where the one lady Zara gets just like horribly punished. I think her name was Zara. She's the one who's supposed to be watching the kids. Yeah, doesn't do anything to anyone. Gets horribly punished, worse than anybody else in that film, and dies. And they got criticism for that because it seemed strange. Like, it seemed really strange. But he took the wrong lesson from that and was like, no, he said in this interview that, we learned our lesson from the blowback from that. So now only bad people get eaten by dinosaurs. So it's like, you're already telling us that there's no tension in these movies because nobody we care about is at risk.
Yeah, I would also say the criticism of that, it's not that it's misplaced. It's just that I think the reason why that stands out to people isn't actually her death. It's everything around her death and the tone of the movie otherwise. Is that they did stuff like that, but they also did stuff like, if you remember, that death happens and not like a few minutes later, in the middle of that attack, all the birds swooping, killing everybody, Chris Pratt and Bryce Dallas Howard share a romantic kiss. And the whole scene stops so they could do that. That, whether people know it or not, that's the problem, is that they created this brutal death in a movie that otherwise made everything trivial. Even the death. No one cared that she died.
No, yeah, it was just
no one
thrown
was
away.
Horrified. Yeah, no one, they don't show anybody like be horrified by it. And so like for example, like I would say the best comparison is like Gennaro's death, right?
Yeah.
Because it's like, it's the lawyer, it's funny, and it is kind of played for laughs in that scene.
He's sitting on a toilet. Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's sandwiched within a scene one where he abandons them, so I guess he quote unquote earns the death. But it's also just sandwiched in a scene that's people reacting appropriately. To the horror that's happening. It's this little moment of, you could call it levity, that's still filmed and treated like a serious moment in a scene. And that's what it is for me with the new ones. Like, along with the way they actually shoot the dinosaurs, it's the way the people react to them and react to their lives being in danger. They just it's Chris Pratt smirking. It's the kids jumping off a waterfall and then like laughing about it. Yeah. And like it's just bad direction. Yeah. It comes down to that, and it's some bad writing and bad instincts of like, oh yeah, let's have them kiss, and it's like, maybe they don't need to kiss.
Having seen Colin Trevorrow's The Book of Henry more than once now, totally understand why he makes dog shit Jurassic Park movies.
Yeah.
Very similar.
Yeah, it's a lot of things, but that's why you watch these, and like all that we have is like, ooh, cool dinosaurs, which nothing against that. If you want to see something with dinosaurs, this will give you dinosaurs. But there's nobody is inspired by these movies the way the original film inspired people, and it's because it's lower quality. Yeah. That's it. It's just not well made.
Yeah, like our little kids dressing up as Dr. Grant for fucking, or like Chris Pratt's character for Halloween. Like, do kids care about this fucking movie? Like, because that's the only thing that I can think of. The only reason that they'd keep doing it is because kids and families go see it and make it a lot of money, but I don't know.
They make these make a lot of money for the studio because they're playing off of a brand,
and they do well internationally, I'd assume, because effects-driven stuff does.
Yeah, they show all the dinosaurs. I get why it makes money, but it's ultimately these are very easy to forget films.
Yeah. They are the Call of Duties of movies. There's just a new one every fucking year, and like, okay, I guess we're doing this again. We're still going to make $1 billion.
Yeah. I don't even think the broad plots are the problem. Like, yes, there's better writing to be had in the scenes, but it really, to me, comes down with, like, whether or not people realize it, it's not done as well.
Yeah.
It's just not going to trigger that stuff in your brain that the original film did. So, I don't know.
All right. Let's move on.
We're going to move on?
Yeah.
To Lightyear.
Lightyear.
Woo. I guess.
Sure.
I don't know.
I guess. I don't know. Yeah, it's kind of like my feeling.
I'm kind of really excited for this, but I'm not sure why. I think I just like a good old space adventure.
It might be a fun space adventure, yeah.
Yeah, it's getting a weird... At first, I thought the vibe was a little weird for a Pixar movie because it's more of like a straightforward action-adventure movie with some jokes in it.
Yeah.
But then I started... I remember that like The Incredibles exists, which is that.
They do.
Right.
They have done this. Yeah, they do this sometimes.
I mean, the first Toy Story was kind of like it had some emotional aspects to it, but it was a lot more straightforward. Like two toys
like just
on
telling finding
the
their way
sometimes.
home.
Yeah. That's not really what I meant. I was this seems like a PG-13 action adventure movie. So it felt weird as a Pixar film, but like I said.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just kind of lost in, like, he's lost in space. Okay, cool. That's it.
Yeah.
Nothing crazy to it. Nothing
he's
profound about the soul or crazy shit like that. It's just a fun movie.
It must have been funny to write because all they have to do is like they take like the 6 things the toy says, right?
Yeah.
And like the ads in Toy Story and they go, okay, that. Like that's what this is, right? This is a movie that exists in the Toy Story universe.
Presumably.
It's got to be.
You would think so,
right.
yeah, because that's the only way that it makes sense.
Right. I don't know, that's weird. Not in like a bad way. It's just like
it's weird. It's a weird idea.
It is.
It is a weird idea for a movie.
It's weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, the conception of it being like, what if we did Buzz Lightyear,
but like serious,
like serious. What I will say is that it doesn't in that universe. It is weird. I mean, it's whatever. But Chris Evans doing the voice, like in that canon, it would still be Tim Allen, right? Because like when you pull the string, the voice is Tim Allen.
Sure.
But whatever. Doesn't matter. It's like, I mean, like, it's the kind of thing where it's like, it can only be good, I guess. Because like, it's not like we have expectations of what Buzz Lightyear needs to be.
Right.
Yeah. It will always have that kind of hanging over it though, which is weird. It's just kind of it's a strange instinct to make a movie, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I think I noted in the first time we talked about it, Buzz Lightyear is a parody of like a children's show made to sell toys.
Yes.
Like it's about, you know, ooh, what's the next big cool toy? And then this is just that unironically. Like it's just, what if we did the thing they're parodying as like a gritty actual thing?
Yeah.
And so it feels like a parody of itself. But like also, I don't know if I care. Like,
no, not really.
Like we keep saying, it's just weird.
It's just weird.
It's just
weird.
weird.
It is very
a little
weird.
Yeah.
Like I'm sure kids will like it, and that's the audience that they're. And of course, Pixar always includes adults in their movies. It makes them enjoyable for adults too. But this is for kids, and I'm sure they're gonna fucking love it. Kids like shit like this.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, and it looks fun.
Yeah, it looks fine.
Yeah, it looks fun.
Are they gonna have that villain? Who's the villain?
Zurg?
Toy?
You see
you remember?
you see him in the trailer.
You do?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
A couple of times. Yeah.
You see him in silhouette for sure, and you see him again after that. But yeah,
you see what he smashes a control panel in one scene. He points his like super multi-barreled arm gun at Buzz in another scene.
Yeah,
you see him. He's there.
Okay,
he's represented, Dave.
And it work. I think visually it works too because the suit is like silly, but this is like a cartoon.
It's a cartoon,
and so you can kind of translate it to a more like sleeker, slightly grittier looking version, and it works just fine.
Yeah.
So
it's not any sillier than like Boba Fett's suit. Like it was.
Yeah,
it's fine.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a little more Fisher Price than Boba Fett's suit.
Right.
But yeah.
No. Yeah. It's bigger, rounder. It's explicitly to sell toys, but
like Buzz was designed to look like a toy that kids would be into.
Exactly.
Right. It's interesting though because for all those reasons, they have to like build it backwards, right? Where they're like, we're creating a fake source material.
Yeah.
For the toys. So you can argue like, there's like more kid-friendly Star Wars toys out there that look more Fisher Price.
Yeah,
sure. We do that.
Yeah,
so it's
that's
like,
a thing we do.
so this is like, we take that design and try to make it like go backwards.
And it doesn't look that much different though, which is it's interesting.
Yeah.
Right. It's just I don't think it's ultimately going to matter too much.
Yeah.
It'll just for me anyway, it'll always be this weird thing in the back of my mind. It's like I'm watching like the meta origin of Buzz Lightyear.
Yeah, because in the Toy Story universe, like there's a Buzz Lightyear cartoon, right? Like that's where Buzz comes from. Mm-hmm. So is the Buzz Lightyear cartoon based off of the Buzz Lightyear like live action movie, or is it the other way around? Is the Buzz Lightyear live action movie in that universe based off of the cartoon?
I don't know. And was Buzz Lightyear a real guy that they then made into a cartoon? Don't know.
Right. Is this even a cartoon?
Right.
Because if this is in the Toy Story universe, this is just
No,
humans?
I think this is just supposed to be life, like just real life.
Yeah.
Like not a cartoon world.
It would be really cool if they do something to explicitly show that we're watching this in the Toy Story universe.
Right.
I don't know how they do that.
Like Andy's taking a date taking a date to the movies or something.
Yeah. Or, I mean, they could just even at the very end just have it like cut out and it's Woody and Buzz watching it on a TV or something like that.
Something like that.
That's true.
It's very easy if they wanted to.
Yeah,
if they wanted to.
But I don't
Andy's
think they
taking Andy takes his kid to see the Buzz Lightyear movie because he always loved his Buzz Lightyear toy growing up.
Right.
What if they had Andy sitting there being a toxic dipshit about it? Yeah, they ruined Buzz Lightyear.
That would be amazing.
Well, yeah, because Andy is supposed to be about our age, right? Like he went to college a little bit after, so he's like in his late 20s now. Yeah.
Toy Story came out like 22 years ago.
Yeah, that's true, and he was already
man.
So Andy's like 30.
Actually, no, more than 22. It's like 27 years ago.
Oh shit! Yeah, Andy's in his 30s. Holy fuck!
Yeah.
We don't have to think about time, though.
That's true.
No, yeah, no need to think about time.
Yeah, that's too much now.
Yeah.
Let's move on.
All right, let's move on to what's this next one? It is
the Burning Sea.
Yeah.
I am personally excited for this.
I know. It's from what are they, Swedish, Norwegian?
I think they're Norwegian. So there was a movie, not the first one I believe is not the same director.
Yeah.
It is called The Wave.
The Wave, yeah.
It has the same so it had a sequel called The Quake, which had the same characters in it.
Yeah.
The Wave is, I thought, a really good way to do a disaster movie, which is to do it extremely realistic.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't really need to be over the top for it to be terrifying.
No, just do it on a smaller scale. Do it happening to a single town. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. So the wave was about a big piece of a mountain falling into water, creating a tsunami.
It about a wave, Dave?
It was about a wave, and about this one guy trying to get his family. And it's like the wave just hits and that's it. And then there's a lot of like post-wave flooding that they deal with.
Yeah.
And that alone, a lot. The Quake, same character who, boy, has bad luck. I believe it's the same actor. Yeah, and he and it's about an earthquake.
Yeah.
And it's a single building during the earthquake.
Yep.
And boy, he has to deal with some stuff.
Is he in this one too?
No, that's the thing is I don't think he's in. I don't think this is a sequel.
Okay.
It's just this. It's the same director as the Quake, and it's the same producers, and I think it's made in that same like style.
Okay.
From what I can tell.
So this is not the Wave cinematic universe continuation.
No, I think they realized they couldn't just keep giving that guy disasters. That would be dumb.
Could.
I mean, then it turns into a comedy eventually, which would be kind of...
Yeah.
It's like Die Hard by the time they get to the 5th sequel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's just... it's those the fake Ben Stiller movies in what's it called? In Tropic
Scorcher.
Thunder. Yeah.
Scorcher.
Right.
Scorcher. Yeah.
But yeah, this is an oil platform explodes, and that's the movie. It's a single oil platform that's all fucked up.
It looks way better than it sounds. It's like the same. I haven't seen The Wave or the Quake. I really need to. But it's the same sort of approach where they're treating it what appears to be, I mean, it seems to be in a more realistic fashion in some aspects, because they're dealing with like kind of unexpected, weird, related catastrophes to an oil platform collapsing in the ocean. It's like a huge fucking problem.
Yeah, I think I shouldn't say gold standard because of what I'm going to say next, but for disaster films, I think of Dante's Peak. Dante's Peak is it's one town. It's a slow burn to one event, right? Which is the volcano exploding. Yeah, the eruption. And the wave is similar. The quake is similar, where they're kind of slow burns to this event, and then the aftermath. Sure. And then the aftermath, there's more stuff comes, or maybe it doesn't matter. Like Dante's Peak, they do everything a volcano can do in Dante's Peak, right? They're like, we're going to give you lava, we're going to give you mudslides and floods, and then it's going to fucking explode.
I can't think about Dante's Peak without laughing, and it's not the scene where the old lady dissolves in the acid lake. It's in the prologue when they're driving through the town, and little lava rock punches through Pierce Brosnan's lady's head.
Yeah, his wife was killed by a volcano, and he has to get revenge.
Yeah, and Pierce Brosnan does his like Pierce Brosnan yell, where he's like,
it is very funny.
She just has this tiny smoking hole in her head. It's deeply funny to me.
It is. Yeah. It is.
It's like, if you've seen that clip, maybe you shouldn't be living here. It's that energy. Only he's directing it at a volcano that just murdered his wife.
Yeah. Right.
Incredible film.
It really is. But this is like, it comes down to let's get a single disaster, and then let's like really film the shit out of it and make it look good. My only criticism of this series so far, very blue. Extremely blue series.
Yeah, it does look like a little, it's pretty saturated.
Yeah.
Or desaturated, rather.
Yeah.
Right. But other than that, it's just like you want to see like a disaster depicted in a really solid, exciting way. Watch one of these.
Yeah.
Specifically, I would say The Wave is the best one. The Quake was not as good, and maybe they'll descend in quality. I don't know, but this looks just as fun. So
yeah, seriously, watch the trailer. Like it's hard to explain it really, because obviously I don't know shit about drilling for oil in the ocean or anything like that. To quote Bruce Willis from Armageddon, I don't know jack about Trillin'.
Yeah.
But like just the dominoes that fall after this one rig goes down are really unexpected, and it's like it like blasts a trench in the ocean, and that's a huge fucking problem. Yeah.
I would say, all right, so I ignored this trailer for a little bit because what's that other oil rig exploding movie that just came out?
Deepwater Horizon.
Yeah, Deepwater Horizon
was the other one. Yeah.
And this is like, I think it's really easy to skip over this because I saw the poster, or I saw like a picture or like the trailer, and I was like, oh god, another one of those, you know. And then I saw who made it, and I was like, oh fuck. And that's what it is that disaster films can be a dime a dozen, but like there's certain ones where the people behind it, it's like, oh, they're gonna actually do something really interesting, and that's the impression I get here too. Yeah, very, very easy trailer to ignore.
Yeah, for
but
sure.
People should watch it.
Definitely check it out.
Yeah,
Slap your peepers on it.
What if it's a secret sequel to Underwater?
I'm on board.
There's a fucking Cthulhu in there.
A Cthulhu comes bursting out of the sea. Spoilers if you haven't seen Underwater.
All right, well, next trailer?
Yeah, let's do the next one.
The Dropout. This is about that lady who went to jail.
Elizabeth Holmes.
Yeah, Theranos. Yeah,
Yep.
It's a Hulu limited series, and boy, I'm really starting to think that not every tech entrepreneur who defrauds their investors needs to have a movie made about them.
Definitely not. Well, this one in particular, though, I love the fact that we have Amanda Seyfried practicing the voice that Elizabeth Holmes does. Like, it's clear that she's doing her voice is already like almost there, but then she's clearly doing the voice like in the mirror.
Yeah,
right.
Like that's her business voice.
Yeah, it was though. Like that's a true thing about Elizabeth Holmes. Like that odd voice that she has is an affectation that she did.
Yeah.
But it is funny that that's like a dedicated moment of the trailer is her practicing that voice.
Here's what I'll say. One, this has both Michael Ironside and Kurtwood Smith in it.
Yeah.
And they should really fist fight.
I was about to say they should fight.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe William H. Macy breaks them up.
Yeah.
Sam Waterson's there. There's a lot of like
Stephen Fry's there.
Did you notice that's the hair that William H. Macy has in this movie?
Yeah,
his head is fucking huge in this series.
It's like,
if you want, he looks like a fucking. He looks like one of the Lantern Corps. I forget what they're called now. Shit. But anyway, from the Lantern's home planet, he looks like one of those bastards.
Yeah.
He looks like it's like Hulk Hogan Skullet by way of the fucking scientist in Independence Day. Like it's both of those somehow.
It's a formidable dome. Just the biggest goddamn head.
Yeah, it's beautiful. In terms of the subject, for me, it's like, unless they, like, I'll give every single one of these the benefit of the doubt that they're actually going to say something about tech culture and the problems, but they never quite do.
No.
It's always just like they didn't play by the rules.
Yeah,
and they're like they'll still land on like this person is bad, but they don't talk about like the systemic reasons.
Right.
It's perhaps also bad, or like come down on the industry as a whole.
Yeah.
So it's like I fully expect this to be similar.
Oh yeah. I'm sure someday we're also going to get a fucking Elon Musk bio film or some shit.
You could use any of these stories as like a starting point to tell that larger story.
Yeah.
But I just don't. I think it's what you're saying, Tom, where they just have a list of people that they're like, we got to make a thing about them. We got to like that Uber one. I'm just like, man.
Yeah, nobody gives a shit. Like the guy from Uber is not anybody that is even in our like public consciousness. Like, does anybody know who that is off the top of their head? No.
Yeah. I totally understand Steve Jobs. I understand Zuckerberg. But honestly, some of these stories should be told from the point of view of the people who got fucked over, not the person who fucked people over.
Right.
Even if they're ultimately saying this person is bad, it's still like, I'm not interested in this character.
Yeah. Right. Or the part of the issue with the Theranos thing is like, there isn't a perspective really from outside of the industry, because all it was like, the problem is, and we're seeing that with like, to a lesser degree, but it's still a similar problem with like the New York Times buying Wordle for millions of dollars, where it's this bombastic, like really frenzied overvaluation of things. So it's like it's investors blowing smoke up their own asses and getting excited about a thing, and then suddenly making it worth billions of dollars when she never delivered a workable product at any point.
She never did any. Yeah, exactly.
She never did anything. That
definitely, that definitely could talk about a larger systemic issue. I just don't know if they will.
No.
Because there's the fear of missing out. That's the reason people are buying real estate in the metaverse. It's like, wow, go ahead and throw your money away, I guess.
Man. Yeah.
I don't know if you understand this, but digital space isn't a finite resource.
Yeah.
But go ahead and, pay millions of dollars for digital real estate. The point being that, they could identify some of these problems, but it really doesn't. At least they're presenting it of like, can you believe this story? And it's like, I can.
I can, because it happens literally every fucking day.
There's scam artists fucking everywhere in the world. This woman is not that special, besides the fact that she was very successful with her scam. Like, that's it.
Yeah.
Right. But not that successful.
Right, not that successful.
She still went to,
Yeah. And we literally just heard about this, so I don't know why you're making it.
Yeah,
so
it's a weird choice to dramatize. It's like there's not like, I don't know. They're pushing this narrative of like, she's starting out with like the best of intentions, but like the pressure to succeed is forcing her to cut all these. It's like, no, that's not what happened at all.
Exactly. This is not a struggling girl boss story for us to all.
They make her weirdly sympathetic in the first half. Yeah, and it was like, the fuck are you guys doing here? Yeah. Like, what is this? You know what is a worthwhile story to tell?
What was that?
The next trailer.
Yeah. Ted K.
I mean,
so
to be fair, Ted Kaczynski had much more of an impact on the world than Theranos did. Theranos impacted, I don't know, a couple hundred people.
I'm embarrassed to say I got like 3/4 of the way through this trailer, and then I was like, oh, Ted K. I was like, who's Ted K? It took me a second.
He's the Unabomber, Dave.
Yeah, he sure is.
Presidential candidate Theodore Kaczynski.
Yeah. Being played by fucking
Charlton Copley.
Charlton Copley, yeah. Who, the moment he opens his mouth, I was just like, oh, fuck.
Yes.
He's doing a voice.
Hell yeah, he is. Listen, this movie looks incredible.
This looks, all right, so it also does seem to be, I don't know if it's glorifying necessarily, but it's from his perspective.
Yeah, 100%,
yeah.
I don't think it's going to glorify him.
No, why would it?
Why would it? But that...
And how could you? Yeah.
How could you? Yeah.
Yeah.
But it does. Oh, it just looks so fucking interesting.
You could. I mean, you could very easily glorify what he did, but I don't think anything outside of like a $300,000 movie you see real deep in the weeds on like Amazon suggestions is going to do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think the trailer kind of hypes it up, but not in a good or bad way. It's just like, yep, we're fucking doing it. You know, like this is Ted Kaczynski.
Yeah, there's like biggest manhunt in U.S. history. Like they're showing. I mean, I don't know. I think he is a much more legitimate subject to do. If we're talking about like what we were just talking about, like the Dropout and the Theranos thing, this is a much more legitimate subject.
Yeah,
to dramatize.
I would say he's more legitimate than a lot of like other like serial killers,
right? Like
and
the endless,
like that.
Like the endless Ted Bundy things. Like no,
yeah, exactly. And maybe, honestly, maybe the answer will be, there's not much to him either. It's just that people haven't really talked about him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I feel like we're far enough away. Like it's I don't know. I hopefully they'll be able to also say something about this. Like, honestly, I would really think we haven't done a movie about McVeigh, have we?
No.
And I kind of think if done right, we might want to.
Right.
You know what I mean?
There's a direct connection between McVeigh and Kaczynski
and, a lot of
and what's going on right now. Yeah,
yes,
exactly.
And that's,
very much so.
And that's what I mean is that these can be done in a way that's like worthwhile, worth teaching people stuff. I don't know if this is going to be that, but it looks fucking intense.
It does.
Yeah. He also would have been like, this makes me miss Mindhunter because I really liked that fucking series for a Netflix.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, and this definitely seems like something they could have done with that. And they never did the BTK killer season, which
they were building him up, building up that BTK. Never gonna see him.
We should bring it back.
Yeah, for sure.
Like
Absolutely.
we did with Futurama.
Yeah.
Oh man, but yeah, this check out the trailer just for the voice.
Ted K. Ted K.
Yeah, it does kind of sound like a movie from the 90s where somebody accidentally gets, I don't know.
Like John Q?
Yeah. Well, kind of. I was thinking more a guy gets into a presidential run who's just like an everyday Joe kind of dude. But I guess you could do that story because there was the elect the Unabomber for president campaign with Ted Kaczynski too.
Yeah, it's Man of the Year, only it's Theodore Kaczynski.
Yeah, fuck it. All right, it's time for the main event, right?
Yeah, this last trailer, I was at first wondered why it wasn't the movie that deserved more hype, but then that question was answered for me. But this next trailer is for a movie called Men, which is fucking Alex Garland's next movie.
Yeah.
How had I not heard about this?
Right. I didn't think it deserves more hype.
Yeah.
Yeah, I assume it's going to get plenty of hype.
Hope so.
Why. I kept reading the title as Men every single time. But yeah, it's not telling us much.
Nope.
But God, Alex Garland can do some fucking the imagery that stays with you. Stuff
Very
like that,
much
fruit
so.
dropping. Like this looks like a horror movie.
Yeah. It's even by A24, and they do the A24 thing in the trailer that they do with their horror movies.
Yes,
so
it's labeled as horror on IMDb. And watching, what's interesting to me is like, for example, there's a scene in this where she sees a figure in her yard and then the figure disappears, right?
Yeah.
And that's something that can be done a million times in other horror movies via jump scare. And even the device of like the light turning off or whatever.
Yeah.
And yet he somehow manages to do that cliche so much better that it just like, that looks like something I hadn't seen before.
Right.
Yeah.
Like there's something about the way Alex Garland can fucking direct a scene that's just like, God damn.
Yeah. That the main image of the trailer, it's not a very long trailer, and we're not telling you anything about the plot because the trailer doesn't tell you anything. We don't know
shit.
It's from
I
all
can read to you what the plot is on IMDb if you want.
Well, just let me get through this thought real quick.
Yeah.
Just judging solely from the trailer, the movie appears to be about Jesse Buckley is seeing some weird shit.
Yes.
Like that's all we know. But the primary image of the trailer is her looking down this tunnel, and she just shouts a noise so that it echoes, and then the echo plays the trailer. Then at the very end, we see a figure at the other end of the tunnel who spots her and starts running, but it's very far away.
Yeah.
But there's something about that was really creepy.
Yeah.
Just the way
real
it's
fucking
framed.
creepy.
It's so far away. So you're like, well, that's not a huge issue, but the dude is hauling ass.
Yeah.
So it's like, he's going to be here soon.
It says it's also sci-fi, which is interesting to me.
Of course it is. It's Alex Garland.
Well, yeah, it's Alex Garland, although I would love to see him stray from sci-fi and do just straight up supernatural. The plot is a young woman goes on a solo vacation to the English countryside after the death of her ex-husband. Now, that combined with the title, Men, to me feels like perhaps it has to do with, like an abusive relationship, a certain fears.
Yeah.
That's what I'm taking away from the title plus this plot
trailer,
synopsis and the trailer. Yeah, it's like the fear of a strange man. Like that's might be what they're getting across here, but the fact that it's sci-fi means who the fuck knows.
Yeah, like
I'm guessing it's more. Oh, sorry.
I was just gonna say, like, is it aliens? Are the men little green men? Like, what's the deal?
Are they spacemen?
The tagline is what haunts you will find you. So I do wonder if it is like, I think it might be some sort of alien thing.
Who knows?
Who knows?
Yeah,
who the fuck
no
knows?
way to know. It's just a really good trailer. Yeah.
If you're not, you might not know. He's not a name that everyone recognizes, but Alex Garland did Ex Machina, Annihilation, and the FX series Devs.
Yes, which is all very, very good.
All good stuff. Yeah. And Dread. Be honest.
Oh, yeah.
If we're being honest, he did Dread. He wrote Dread. He's credited as writing it, but he probably also, Anyway.
Yeah. I do think, so I'm looking at the trailer again, there's like a shot of her looking in a graveyard and there's a man in there, and there's a shot of a church. I do think it's like around the idea that her ex-husband has come back.
Yeah.
Or at least she thinks he is.
She's being stalked.
Or at least she thinks. Yeah. But we'll see. Do we know when this comes out? Did it say? It's just as coming soon in the trailer.
I don't recall a date.
No, I didn't see it.
So
I hope it's real fucking soon.
Yeah, man. Put it fucking into my veins.
Yeah.
Punch it through my skull like a flaming volcano rock.
Yeah.
And then Pierce Brosnan can appear and go like, movies are silly.
Yeah. We love them. We love them.
We sure
absolutely.
do.
Well, let's get into news, like stories about the news.
Yeah.
Wait, stories about movies.
Yeah.
News stories about movies. There we go.
Movie news. Yep.
All right. But we got
News
some...
V's. Nope. Don't like that one.
Oh, what do they call it? Newvies before
Newvies.
the movie at AMC.
Yeah, that's Newvie. Yeah.
All right, let's get on. Let's get to our newvies then. But first, we have some patrons to thank. Big thank you to Chester's Prophet. Thank you to Definitely Not Guillermo del Toro. Thank you to Brian, who Tom knows.
Mm-hmm, sure do.
Thank you to Bob Grenville.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you to Steven. Thank you to Han Toomey, the confused cyborg. Thank you to Asking Seven.
Yep.
And thank you to Happy Ed 209. Thank you.
Oh yeah. And a happy Ed 209 to you. Let me jump in here. Thank you to Tiger George Pratt Thompson. Raindrops keep falling on my head.
Woo. Thank you.
Not going to sing it every week. It's up to you to guess.
Yeah. Place your bets.
Thank you to Dan Hackroyd. What's that?
Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you to Manischewitz Maltov says the spice must flow, comrades.
Woo. Desert
you.
power.
Thank you to E.T. The extravagant terrestrial. Yes, desert power. Thank you to Cody Johnson's time machine noise.
Thank you.
Thank you to Pete Vorpagel.
Thank you.
Thank you to Glitterous, CFO of Michael Shannon's Chocolate Factory.
Woo. Thank you.
And thank you to pre-order Jason Pargin's new book. Pre-orders are super important. Boy,
True.
are they.
Thank you.
Yep.
They super are.
Yeah.
You guys hear about this? You guys hear about this? This naked.
Did you see this? Did you hear about this? Did you hear about this? Did you see this?
I think I've been hearing about this for a while, but Seth MacFarlane has been circling the idea of a Naked Gun reboot.
Yeah.
And I guess he approached Liam Neeson, and Liam Neeson seems like he's on the fence about it. But that's actually, if you're going to reboot the Naked Gun,
that is perfect casting.
Perfect.
If you're going to reboot
that is perfect casting.
Yeah.
That is exactly what Leslie Nielsen was.
Yeah,
you know,
100%. Yeah.
And so, like, yeah, I can legitimately see Liam Neeson spending his retirement years doing comedy.
Yeah.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah. You know, they should get O.J. Simpson's back, right?
Oh, obviously, yeah. Of course.
Yeah, he's on Twitter
He's
now.
not-
You could get him.
Yeah,
You could do it. He's available.
You could get OJ easily.
Yeah. But yeah, that's all I got to say about it is that Seth MacFarlane, I mean, he's been copying David Zucker his whole career now.
Very much
Might
so.
as well reboot The Naked Gun.
Yeah.
Liam Neeson, great choice for it. Why not? There's, it's one of those things where it's like, there's nothing sacred here. No,
Yeah,
it's
for
The
sure.
Naked Gun.
It's the Naked Gun, yeah. I mean, the Naked Gun is a classic, but like, it's also pretty dated,
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
I would call it problematic at times.
Exactly. Yeah, I was gonna say
severely so.
With Seth MacFarlane directing, there's a high probability we'll get some stuff in there that makes us uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know what direction, because Seth MacFarlane is like, I really enjoy what he did with the Orville, because it's not at all the tone that you'd expect for him.
Sure.
It's a lot more genuine. And so, like, I don't know. I do think his, like, live action stuff, there's a lot of potential there. So, and he does have a wider range, I think, in humor.
Yeah, I was
we give him credit for.
Yeah, I was about to say I'm not like a huge Seth MacFarlane fan, but I was about to say the same thing where I think he's better than he often gets credit for.
Yeah, I'm also
He's
not a
very
huge
good
fan.
at broad comedy. It's
Yeah.
Yeah.
I am repelled by Family Guy at this point.
Yeah.
But this is something where it's like, this all feels like the right fit, and it's like, fuck it, why not?
Yeah, sure.
Maybe it'll suck. Maybe it'll be great.
I mean,
who knows?
If it sucks, it might be just as good though. Like, that's the thing. It's like, it's who gives a shit, because none of us care. Like,
Yeah, it's I don't know.
It's just, why not? Why not do this? It seems like it has potential.
Yeah.
Right, and there's not much. The thing is there's not much that's unique to the Naked Gun outside of the general premise, where it's like we just get a guy who's playing it completely straight.
Yep.
Right.
To do this,
and like, that's why I'm like, this casting. It's like, oh, you got the one thing right.
You nailed that.
Like, if they were casting like Ed Helms or a comedian, I'd be like, no, you fucked it up.
Yeah, that's wrong.
But the fact, casting like a very serious actor, it's like, oh yeah, you know exactly what you want, what this needs.
Yeah.
Speaking of, I don't know, silly shit, there's been a lot of news about Robert Pattinson. He naturally has a movie coming out, some sort of Bat movie, and he has to do a lot of interviews. And I'm just really enjoying the shit he's been saying.
He's saying madness
because he's a fucking weirdo, as we have all found out.
Yeah, he's a trash raccoon living in a dumpster. That's his energy, and I love him.
Oh yeah, he's great.
He said Batman was like a werewolf in one interview.
Yes, he is. Give me that movie.
He said
Bat
the
Wolf.
opening. He said the opening shot of the movie is going to be shocking or something.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He said one other thing, and I forget what else he said. He said a few things at this point, but
they've all been incredible.
Yeah.
I'm sure the movie is fine. He knows how to sell this Batman movie.
I'm so curious to see it.
Yeah.
And it'll be soon. It comes out soon.
Yeah.
It's going to make a butt ton of money.
Of course it is. And like Batman, he's like always does well, at least lately.
It's weird because like, I think what it is that I always enjoy a new version of Batman.
Yeah.
So like, I'm always up for, like, it's that thing where if they put out 5 different Batmans right now with 5 different actors, I'd watch all 5.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't get sick of it. It's the sequels when I start being like,
right. Yeah, that's when it starts to get played out.
Yeah.
Yeah, there should be a law where you can only make 1 Batman per actor playing Batman. And then you have to make a whole new Batman after that. I don't know why. I just feel that.
Yeah, because that's I don't know. I think I agree with that. Maybe not completely, but I don't know. It's what's interesting about getting beyond just like showing off Batman's villains, because he does have like a cool gallery of really unique classic villains.
Yeah, very much. So.
Is like, what spin are you going to do on Batman? Like, Batman himself is actually an interesting character.
Right.
So,
yeah.
I think that excitement, because, like, with Batman Begins, you're like, oh, fuck yeah, Christian Bale's playing Batman. That's a great choice. What's that going to be like? And after that first movie, they stopped paying attention to him.
Yeah.
So, I think I kind of agree that maybe you should only you get one movie, and then we get a new Batman in there.
It's kind of it's similar, I would say, to like Sherlock Holmes or any character that's very, or I guess even James Bond, where it's like, this is a very strong and specific character, and the fun of it is seeing another new actor do their version.
Yeah,
and that's what's fun to me. And so
I think Bond is less open to interpretation, but I agree with
Bond's
the sentiment.
a bad example, but you know what I mean. Yeah. Where it's like, it's a rich man dressed as a bat. I want to see every single actor in that situation because it's so ridiculous, and yet they still manage to get all these like big name actors to be Batman. It's like everybody wants to be fucking Batman, and I get it. It's a fun character. Yeah, I don't know.
You get to do some wild stuff. You can get really over the top with it, and also they pay you so much money to be Batman nowadays.
Oh yeah,
you get that Batman money.
Well, and this one,
Bat bucks help.
And this one's definitely going along the lines of him being like, it's a crime movie where it's not crazy supervillains or anything like that. And of course, that's what we've been doing for the last 20 years, except for Ben Affleck Batman. But like that, I mean, some of the most interesting Batman stories are him like solving crimes, and him finding, like, Hush is one that comes to mind.
Yeah, Hush, The Long Halloween. Yeah, a lot of the classic Batman stories are mysteries.
Yeah,
so,
exactly. And mystery, like, we don't have superheroes that do a mystery story. Like, that's Batman seems to be the one that does that.
Yeah. All right, well, final news story.
Yeah, them Oscar noms.
Yeah,
the Oscars are happening.
We can just be done with the Oscars, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Like they're trying to get more inclusive, but they're still like, it's still the same kind of crap that gets nominated every year.
Right.
I mean, there's some good stuff this year for sure, but
yeah,
like,
it's still the problem of like, it's all pretty much old people that are doing the nominating and voting. Like,
yeah, so like, why do we care?
Yeah, exactly.
Right, that's the thing. It almost feels inclusive in the wrong way. Well, not the wrong way, but they need to be inclusive also in the types of films. Because, like, I hadn't even thought about it, but then people on the internet were like, really? No Green Knight? And it was like, wow, you're right.
Yeah.
Green Knight
Why isn't the Green Knight being...
Not a single nomination.
Like, Titan, it's like, I understand, it's weird, but like that could at least, they usually give like original screenplay to the weird ones,
or at the very least best foreign language film. What do they call it now? International film.
Yeah,
right. And it's like, man, it really feels like their finger is nowhere near the pulse.
No,
like just the fact that so many specific things are missing here. It's just like, and then you look at the best picture nominees and like best original screenplay, and it's just like, oh god, it's so fucking normal.
Yeah.
Fucking Don't Look Up is on there.
Yeah. Did anybody see West Side Story? Like, I haven't seen it. People. Okay, I was like, I guess.
I'm sure a lot of them are these are good films. I haven't seen a handful of them that I need to.
Yeah.
Power of the Dog I saw, and I think that belongs on here. Licorice Pizza, I'm sure, is very good. It's just Belfast also is one where, again, these are all like movies. Like, it's not a popularity contest. I get
Obviously,
that.
yeah.
But it does still feel like they're missing some shit that really stood out this year.
Yeah.
And maybe they don't care about ratings anymore. They did at one point.
Are Malignant's nominations?
Yeah, exactly.
We're talking about stuff that stood out this year.
I said true. Moonfall was robbed, even though it doesn't qualify. It's still they should make an exception.
Yeah, they should.
Even like the last duel didn't really did it get nominated for anything?
It got like nothing.
Yeah,
and I also think that's a really good movie. I think it's one of Ridley Scott's best films.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. I also wonder who was campaigning and who wasn't.
Yes,
because again, it's just. Yeah. It's just who's campaigning, and then they pass around the movies, and then people look at them.
Yeah, you said earlier it's not a popularity contest, but it 100% is. It's just
not. It's politics.
It's not.
It's
It's
not It's an insular popularity contest.
Yeah.
It's basically like who sent the stuff.
Yeah.
Right. So like Green Knight, if they didn't send any like screeners around and said for your consideration, then it's not going to get nominated, which is really silly to me.
Yeah, there's
because
also
it's like they shouldn't have to do that.
No,
it should just be something that is bestowed on good movies that came out. But
there's also the Oscars have always had this problem. That's why we have a lot of re-releases right before the nominations, or like a lot of like prestige films will get shuffled to the end of the year. Huge recency bias in Oscar nominations. If you came out,
Don't Look Up, I was like, really? They're okay. Yeah. I mean, I guess
Best
I
Picture,
understand that one, but yeah. It's a fucking people jerking each other off about look at how stupid the right wing people are. They wouldn't even.
It is a 2-hour Andy Rooney rant.
Yeah, and it's
I haven't seen it yet. Have you guys seen it?
Yeah, I've seen it.
It's fucking bad.
It's
you said that with such bitterness.
It's not good. It's like it's the most obvious satire, and then a lot of the movie kind of wanders away from that, and it's just Adam McKay complaining about things that annoy him.
Yeah.
And moderns, it's not like completely focused on climate change. Even it's like,
oh, that's interesting.
It's just like a oh gosh, I forgot the word. It's just like a list of things that bother him.
Okay. Yeah. Twitter was exhausting around that movie.
Yeah, it was real stupid. Yeah, and that whole like, if you didn't like our movie, maybe you just didn't get it was about climate change. Like, it's impossible not to get that it's about climate change.
Right. I'll see
it's
it
the most obvious thing ever.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it just feels like if they'd nominated that movie fucking W with Josh Brolin, if they'd nominated that for Best Picture, like that's how it feels to me. Like,
right.
Like, what the fuck, guys? Come on.
I don't know. The only I'm glad the only thing House of Gucci got was makeup and hairstyling.
Yeah,
because that movie wanted an Oscar.
That movie deserves no Oscars.
It was
no Jared Leto for Best
Supporting
Actor. No,
hell no.
Honestly,
he has Best Supporting Actor in my heart, but like that movie is trash melodrama. I enjoyed it, but it is trash.
Yeah,
I am glad. I hope it wins makeup and hairstyling.
Sure.
Fuck it. But yeah.
Oh, I've loved all the clips of how seriously Lady Gaga's taking that movie. It's so funny. Oh.
I know. It's funny as shit. It's just like, I mean, I don't know. Good
for her.
Fine in it.
Yeah, but also, she doesn't know like, did she watch the movie after it came out? Like,
the only one where I looked at the nominations and I said, yep. And in fact, I do think, like Best Picture, they need to extend now, is cinematography. Because cinematography, there's still shit where I'm like, no Green Knight? Are you fucking serious?
Yeah.
But I look at the 5 that they have on there, and I'm like, yeah, I bet those all are fucking great. Yeah. Like with cinematography, which is Dune, Nightmare Alley, The Power of the Dog. Macbeth, and West Side Story. It's like, oh yeah those all have killer cinematography. But it's like, extend it, add more.
Yeah,
because there were so many good
10.
picks.
Yeah, give us 10, like Best Picture.
Movies are looking fucking beautiful lately. Yeah, give us more.
Yeah, like production design too. That was one thing that I was like, no Green Knight, no The Last Duel, and I was like, okay, I'd like,
yeah. I will say,
you guys are asses.
Yeah.
I also think another one is animated feature this year. Is like it's always like 4 really good movies and then like they run out of ones and it's like Trolls 2 or something like that. This one, all 5 seem like they're really fucking solid films, which is Encanto, Flea, Luca, The Mitchells versus the Machines, which I've heard great things about, and Raya and the Last Dragon. It's like, that's a solid fucking lineup there.
The only bummer is that it's 3 Disney movies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, man,
sucks.
We need to break up some of these conglomerates.
Yeah, it's been
They
the
are
Disney category for
strangling the industry.
Yep. But yeah, I don't know. It's it is what it is. Like, you know,
exactly.
It's just there are some, like, even for the Oscars, I was surprised of a few things missing. So
yeah, for sure.
It's interesting. All right. I mean, that's any other thoughts?
Nope.
Not really.
I get less and less interested. Like 6 years ago, I used to be pretty focused on the Oscars, and it's just like I used to. Yeah.
I used to watch every single Best Picture nominee.
Yeah.
Beforehand, I used to sit. I used to get ready. I used to watch it live. And like last year, I just like occasionally checked Twitter and been like, oh, this one. Oh, this one. Like, I haven't seen it since the pandemic.
Yeah.
Maybe we can stream it with patrons or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe. But do we care? I don't know.
I don't care. I don't care.
It might be. I would just think
even
it might be fun.
Even when I cared, I didn't care that much. You know, like
if any patrons think it would be interesting to listen to us bitch about the Oscars in real time, let us know.
Yeah, it's just another movie night, basically. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. It's just another excuse for me to eat pizza and complain about something. So.
Well, yeah, and that's the thing is that we personally don't care about the Oscars, but the reality is like studios really do care about, and it's a lot of people get a lot of opportunities based on things getting 100%. Nominated for Oscars, and so they are important.
100%.
And so
they're important. Completely. And then I am glad, even though I said sort of derisively it's 3 Disney movies, I'm glad it's those 3 Disney movies.
Right.
Because at least it's like, you know, more inclusive.
Yeah, hopefully those people are going to get more opportunities because of the Oscar nominations.
Exactly. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, that would be nice. All right. Want to thank some more patrons?
Yeah, let's do it.
Big thank you to the Midnight Patron with patrons at midnight.
Woo.
Thank you to Exploding Runes.
Yeah.
Thank you to Andrew, the proud Satanist How.
Hail Satan.
Hail Satan.
Thank you to Vincent. Thank you to Rev MD. Thank you to Lauren Gucci.
Yeah.
Thank you to Bootler Boodleson.
Woo.
Thank you to Tux. Thank you to Ricky Cilantro. Woo. Thank you to Norm from Cheers.
Norm.
Thank you to Space McNulty.
Fuck did I do? All right, let me swoop in here. Thank you to your mom.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you to Nolan Mayton.
Thank you.
Thank you to Andrew. Follow Marina on Twitch and Patreon at Heartfist Brain McGuire.
Woo.
Thank you.
Thank you to AJ.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you to Tip Drizzle.
Thank you.
Thank you to Burrito Mouth.
Woo.
Thank you.
Thank you to the Ghost of Dave Thomas.
Thank you.
Thank you to Aaron Burser.
Woo.
Thank you.
Thank you to Christopher Robert Sparks, Esquire.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you to Mackenzie Fuck Shuffling with Willem Dafoe's confusingly large dick. Chill.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you to Funky J.
Thank you.
And thank you to Pie Guy.
Pie Guy.
Thank you.
Pie Guy.
Bye,
Darren
guys.
Aronofsky. Dave. Dave. Get like a little board, little cutting board. Get out a little knife.
Yeah.
Get a tiny little carving knife.
Okay,
and,
I got it.
What I want you to do with that cutting board and with that knife is I want you to cut the shit.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
I want you to cut the shit
All right.
and tell me if there is a movie that deserves more hype.
There is.
Oh
Woo, yeah.
So you were talking about the movie Men, where you're like, wow, Alex Garland has something that's coming soon, and I haven't heard about it. Well, similar thing.
Yeah.
There's a movie that's coming out soon called Black Glasses. It was called Dark Glasses, and now it's Black Glasses. That's directed by Dario Argento.
Yeah.
So, that's something. There's a trailer. It's being released in festivals.
Yeah.
February 24th. It has like international purchase rights, whatever was, and they said it would come out this year, hopefully by spring. So that's fucking soon. A new Dario Argento horror film.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. It's like a 40-second trailer, but it is just the bloodiest shit.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
It's about a woman who crashes her car and loses her sight. And she needs the help of a Chinese orphan. I don't know where she got this kid, but
like
to help her
short round, like what the fuck's going on?
Yeah. To help her like function. There's a lot of like cultural things built in for that reason.
Yeah.
It explores like the idea of this kid's culture and her culture. And I haven't mentioned that there's a serial killer killing sex workers.
Of course there is. It's an Argento film.
Yeah.
Yep, named the Cellist or Cellist. Whatever.
Cellist, Dave.
Cellist.
The Cellist. He forces his victims to watch The Cell.
Oh, that would be so good. Yeah, he uses cello rope to strangle them, and he's going after her. So it's this blind woman who needs this kid to, I assume, help her escape a serial killer?
Yeah, you'd hope so.
Yeah. It's again Dario Argento. So that's kind of the selling point here.
Kind of
I don't feel like I needed to describe the movie, but like,
like you said, that whole journey I went through. It's like, man, Alex Garland's new movie's coming out. I didn't even hear anything about it. I wonder why it's not a movie that's. Oh, that's why.
Yeah. Fuck. Holy shit.
Let me take
Dario
a long
Argento's
sip of coffee and read the rest of this doc.
Yeah. Dario Argento, for people who don't know, of course, the director of Dracula 3D.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, he's a big time Giallo. He made Suspiria and opera
and Dracula 3D.
And Dracula 3D, yeah.
And Inferno. He's you know him. You know him.
Yeah.
And so fuck. He hasn't made a movie for 10 years.
I was gonna say in a
Dracula
while.
3D. His last movie, which I have to see what Dracula 3D is.
Yeah.
I've never seen it. This sounds
definitely sounds like a movie night movie.
Yeah. But he hasn't made a movie since 2012. So this is fuck.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
This is fuck.
It is absolutely fuck.
And it's coming out this fucking
Comes out
year.
soon. Like it comes out in Italy in like 2 weeks.
Yeah. If you're in Italy, I guess if you're
Katie Golden.
Yeah. Go see this. Film
movie.
it with a video camera and send it to me.
Let us know if Goblin does the soundtrack.
Yeah. It's the fuck. Yeah, it's Suspiria. It's Jesus fucking Christ, and it's coming out like fucking before the summer. That's huge.
Yeah.
Huge deal.
Yeah. Huge deal, folks. So check out the trailer.
Black Glasses is what it's called. Just
or
more
dark
time.
glasses,
Or dark
depending
glasses,
on. I think the name, like, it felt like the name changed in the 5 minutes I was searching it. It changed in real time. It felt like for me. It has some fucking Italian name too.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna.
Of course.
Yeah. Who knows what it says?
Yeah, fucking look it up. If you don't know Argento, go watch some of his previous stuff.
Yeah.
And get hyped.
Hell yeah.
Go watch Suspiria.
Yeah, man. And that's a sode. We've done it.
Woo!
Oh man, Cristian, thank you so much for being on the show, man.
Of course, happy to do it. Happy to get hyped anytime.
Yes, we share in your hype. What do you want to tell people?
So I mean, I haven't been doing as much stuff lately, just not noteworthy stuff, but I was in a commercial for the VA that's apparently going to be airing sometime in the near future. So keep your eyes out for that. Yeah, it was cool. It was a cool little thing. We actually filmed on the Disney Ranch up in...
Oh, nice.
Yeah. It was where Buffy, the original Buffy movie was filmed.
Good.
So yeah. There's also like bigger stuff that was filmed there, but that's the one that I noticed.
Mostly
mainly
Buffy.
the Buffy
Yeah,
movie.
exactly. Buffy movie starring, of course, famous right-wing commentators, Christy Swanson now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's about
There's a lot of radiation in the soil up there.
But yeah, so that'll be hopefully coming out in the near future. You can also follow me on Twitter. Most of the people listening to this, especially producers, already do, but I always appreciate a new follow. It's at Fanboy Cristian with no H. And yeah, you can see all my stuff, links to Cracked, and of course listen to Small Beans. And yeah, you're right here listening to Gamefully Unemployed. So those are two big places for me too.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool.
We have a Patreon.
You do.
Patreon.com/gamefullyunemployed. If you go on there's some exclusive podcasts like Tom and Jeff Watch Batman, Fox Mulder is a Maniac. We also do some stuff with the Small Beans, other exclusive podcasts like Star Trek The Next Futurama and Spiel Boys.
Woo!
So check that out. We also watch movies with our patron every Friday night. That is the night of this podcast coming out.
Yeah.
So
Podcast Eve.
Go check that out. Yeah.
Oh, man. We also have a store. Head over to gamefullyunemployed.com where you can find a link to our Teespring store. That's right?
Yeah.
Teespring. Sure. Yeah, Teespring. Where we have all kinds of cool original artwork and designs you can get on T-shirts, mugs, stickers, posters, all kinds of things. So check that out.
Yeah.
Oh, and what's his name died? Douglas Trumbull?
Oh, yeah.
R.I.P. Douglas Trumbull.
Yeah. Rest in paradise, Douglas Trumbull.
Yeah.
While you're at it, leave us a review.
Yeah, that too.
While you're mourning Douglas Trumbull.
Well, you're mourning Douglas Trumbull.
It's very important.
He's the father of the Back to the Future ride.
Oh, okay.
It's important.
Yeah.
It's important.
It's his most important contribution, yes.
Yeah.
It is exactly.
All right. Say goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye.
Bye. Our music is produced by Chris Corlew. You can follow him on Twitter at @thecorlew, Corlew, and find more music at shipwreckedsailor.bandcamp.com. Our artwork is produced by Justin Brown. You can follow him on Twitter at @JustinTBrown, and find more of his artwork at artnessbyjustinbrown.com and justinbrown.info.